Two rival beauty empires. Same snowy aesthetic, same weekend, different states. And within hours, the internet decided this was not a coincidence. Rare beauty in upstate New York, Rhode in Montana. Ski slopes, cozy cabins, branded s'mores, influencers wrapped in neutral knits posing against white landscapes. And suddenly, everyone was asking the same messy question. Who copied who? At first glance, it looked almost too aligned to ignore. Two brands forever linked through history. Two founders whose names can't be mentioned in the same sentence without the internet spiraling. And now, two influencer trips unfolding at the exact same time with nearly identical winter energy. It felt strategic. It felt intentional. It felt like a move. But here's where things get interesting. Brand trips aren't spontaneous. They're not thrown together in a week because someone saw a mood board on Pinterest. These trips are booked months in advance. Locations locked, influencers contracted, content plans mapped out. Winter ski aesthetics aren't revolutionary. Snow resorts peak during a very specific engagement window. If you're launching hydrating products, lip treatments, winter skincare, this is the moment. So the idea that one brand saw the other and scrambled to copy within days doesn't really hold up. Still, the internet doesn't care about logistics. It cares about narrative. And the narrative was too juicy to ignore. Side-by-side comparisons flooded social media almost instantly. Rare's cottages versus Rhode's hotel suites. Rare's warm, intimate energy versus Rhode's polished editorial feel. One looked like a cozy girls' retreat. The other looked like a luxury campaign shoot in motion. And people didn't just compare the visuals. They projected personality onto them. Rare's trip felt soft, playful. Influencers laughing, skiing, hanging out in cabins. They met Selena in person. That detail alone sparked waves of commentary. Meanwhile, Rhode's trip looked controlled. Clean lighting, intentional shots, minimalist styling. Some people even speculated that Hailey wasn't physically present, which added another layer of debate. Was one brand more personal? Was the other more curated? And just like that, the argument stopped being about snow. It became about identity. Rare beauty has always positioned itself around vulnerability, mental health advocacy, emotional transparency. It leans into the idea of being relatable, human, accessible. Rhode, on the other hand, thrives on sleekness, neutral palettes, effortless luxury, the that girl aesthetic. So when the trips overlapped, fans weren't debating marketing tactics. They were defending archetypes. Some comments framed Rare as the brand that cares. Others framed Rhode as the brand for unbothered girls. Then the nepotism discourse crept in. Words like self-made versus industry-born started popping up. Suddenly, this wasn't about lip gloss at all. It was about who deserves success, who feels authentic, who represents something deeper. And in the background, whether anyone admits it or not, Justin's shadow still lingers. That history makes every overlap feel charged. Even when he isn't part of the conversation, he's part of the context. Then came the timeline receipts. Some users claimed Rhode teased their Montana trip weeks in advance. Others pointed out that Rare has been hosting winter trips since 2021. Screenshots of Instagram dates started circulating. January announcements, teasers, last-minute drops. And that's when conspiracy theories took off. Rumors of internal leaks. Jokes about a snitch inside one camp feeding information to the other. The kind of theory that sounds ridiculous but spreads anyway because it's entertaining. But here's the part nobody talks about enough. Overlapping like this might actually be brilliant. The two brands trending at the same time. Double engagement. Double think pieces. Double algorithm push. Whether intentional or accidental, the overlap guaranteed attention. Instead of one brand dominating the winter beauty conversation, both did. For days. And while fans were busy arguing in comment sections, influencers were making career decisions. Choosing between these trips isn't small. It's not just which snow resort do I prefer, it's alignment, it's future PR packages, it's long-term brand relationships. When an influencer accepts one invite and declines another, that choice doesn't go unnoticed. Brands remember. Marketing teams keep track. Loyalty matters. So imagine getting that call. You've been invited to Rare. You've been invited to Rhode. Same weekend. You cannot physically attend both. What do you pick? Cozy cabins with a founder who built her image around openness? Or sleek Montana luxury with a brand dominating minimalist skincare culture? That's a strategic decision disguised as a ski trip. And through all of this, almost nobody was talking about the actual products. Lip tints, moisturizers, peptide treatments, caffeine resets. It took days before someone posted a balanced breakdown. Rhode's lip tint reportedly offers stronger pigment payoff. One swipe and you see color. Rare's glossy balm feels softer, more cushiony, more comforting on the lips. Rhode's moisturizers feel simple and straightforward. Rare's formulas reportedly feel more hydrating, especially in harsh winter air. Those are the details that should drive purchasing decisions. But they were buried under aesthetic debates and personality wars. That says something powerful. Celebrity beauty brands don't just sell formulas, they sell identity. When you buy from Rare, you're not just buying blush, you're buying into Selena's emotional narrative. When you buy Rhode, you're not just buying skincare, you're buying into Hailey's clean girl minimalism. Consumers aren't comparing ingredient percentages, they're choosing which energy aligns with them. And that's why the copying debate refuses to die. Some fans insist Rare couldn't possibly copy something it's been doing since 2021. Others argue that while the concept wasn't copied, the aesthetic timing felt suspicious. But if you zoom out, winter cabin trips aren't Rare intellectual property, they're seasonal marketing logic. The truth is probably far less dramatic than the comments suggest. Both brands likely locked in their trips months ago. Both saw winter as the perfect backdrop for hydrating launches. Both understand influencer content drives organic engagement better than traditional ads. And both know controversy only amplifies reach. In fact, the loudest voices in this entire situation weren't the founders. Neither Selena nor Hailey publicly attacked the other. The war existed almost entirely in comment sections. Fans defended their chosen queen harder than either woman needed defending. And that might be the wildest part. The internet turned a scheduling overlap into a beauty battlefield. It dissected cabin layouts, analyzed Instagram timestamps, debated nepotism versus self-made narratives, assigned personality traits to moisturizers. Meanwhile, both brands quietly benefited from millions of impressions. Because attention is currency. And during that snowy weekend, both Rare and Rhode were rich in it. So who actually won? Rare delivered warmth, intimacy, founder presence. Rhode delivered aesthetic precision and controlled branding. Both stayed true to their identity. Both trended. Both sold product. No lawsuits, no public shade, just parallel marketing strategies colliding in real time. Maybe the real question isn't who copied who. Maybe it's this. When you choose a beauty brand, are you choosing ingredients? Or are you choosing a story? If you had to pick one invite, where would you have gone? Cabin retreat or Montana minimalism? And more importantly, which energy feels more like you? Because at the end of the day, the snow melts, the posts fade. But brand identity, that's what actually sticks.